Alright, what's happening everybody? It's your boy Akeem and welcome to today's blog. Here to continue with all my projections for the 2013 fantasy football season. For this blog, I'm going to give you my numbers 20 through 11 running backs. Now I'm going to give you a warning before I give you those players, but numbers 16 through 20 is a little bit of a hassle. I know a lot of people's going to look at me like, really Akeem? Really? Come on, man. I know you can do better than that. I know, but if you hear me out and understand my explanations, hopefully you will understand why I put these particular players in my top 20. Now, obviously, at the running back position, the top 15 players are pretty obvious, and this is a very needy position in fantasy play. I suggest that everybody should go running back with their first two picks of this year's draft because of the drought at the running back position this upcoming season. Now, like I said, the first 15 are pretty obvious, but for the next players I need to talk about, number 16 through 20, this would be of a toss-up, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. Now, because of this drought at running back for the past couple of seasons in the National Football League, a lot of players have been transferring to different teams and battling out to see who will be that number one player. Also, a lot of injuries have caused a lot of problems at the running back position for fantasy play, and I'm here to give you the best players available. At number 20, I'm going to go with Reggie Bush out of the Detroit Lions. Yes, they do have Mikel LaSure, but I think that Reggie Bush is the better running back overall. He has more speed and he has better hands. Now, he had 35 receptions last season for 292 yards and 2 touchdowns compared to 34 receptions by Mikel LaSure with 0 touchdowns and 214 yards altogether. Pretty much similar in yardage, but I still think that Reggie Bush has the better hands and be the better receiver for Matthew Stafford, and I think he will be that starting running back for this Lion team, and that's why I have him at number 20. At number 19, this is going to be a little bit confusing for some people, but I'm going to still stick with Run DMC. Darren McFadden out of the Oakland Raiders. Now, last season he finished off 27th overall at the running back position, but I think he is due for a good year. Now, it didn't take until his third season when he rushed for over 1,000 yards. Now, he had 2 down seasons, first to start off his career, and then he finally emerged in that third season. Now, for the past 2 years, he's been struggling again. So, like I said, I think he is due to have a good season, and I'm going with a wild card pick at number 19. Number 18, another player I know a lot of people might scratch their heads about, but I'm going to stick with Ahmad Bradshaw out of the Indianapolis Colts. Now, I know they have Vic Ballard. I think he's a decent running back who could average 4 yards per carry, but I think Ahmad Bradshaw, because of his experience and his heart and the fact that he does have a ring just like Reggie Wayne, I think he'll be an excellent leader at the running back position and a leader overall for this young Colt team. So I have to go with Ahmad Bradshaw with this selection, and he had over 1,000 yards this past season. At number 17, his ex-teammate from the New York Giants, I'm going to go with David Wilson. I think this kid has the speed and the tenacity and the talent to produce in the National Football League. Now, he rushed for over 400 yards, but at 5 yards per carry, and I think he could be an excellent receiver, a receiving option for Eli Manning. I have to go with him in this selection because I think he has so much talent, and I think he could produce a little bit better than Ahmad Bradshaw. He just needs to work on carrying the ball and protecting the football, not fumble as many times. At number 16, I'm going to go with MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew. Now, he is coming back from a mid-foot fracture last season, and I think he will come back to a good comeback season. He could be comeback player of the year this upcoming year. Now, because of that injury, that was a setback for a lot of people, but I still think he could be a good top 10 running back overall. You should definitely look him in the mid-rounds for this year's fantasy football. Well, actually, the first couple of rounds, because like I said, you should go with running back with their first pick. At number 15, I'm going to go with Atlanta's Steven Jackson. Now, he barely rushed for over 1,000 yards last season, but I think he's going to be that goal line threat for the Atlanta Falcons because of how big he is, weighs well over 230 pounds, well over 6 feet, and I really think he still has enough gas in that tank to help the Atlanta Falcons boost up into the Super Bowl because they have a lot of weapons on the offensive side. At number 14, I'm going to go with Tennessee's Chris Johnson. Yes, I think this guy still has it, and I think he kind of somewhat deserves that big long-term contract. He had a great year over, a good, decent season last season, rushed for over 1,200 yards, 4.5 yards per carry, even though they did sign Sean Green from free agency. And I think Sean Green is going to be used more in goal line situations. The home run threat still belongs to Chris Johnson, and he will carry the load at running back for the Tennessee Titans. At number 13, I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears, Matt Forte. Rushed for over 1,094 yards rushing, 340 yards receiving, and I think he could be due for a big season. Yes, he signed a good deal, $8 million per year, and I still think he's a great running back, good receiver outside of the backfield. He just needs to stay healthy and be more, and I think that the Bears need to give him the ball a lot more often instead of trying to throw it so much to Brandon Marshall, who I still think he's a great receiver. He can't have over 100 receptions, but I think they need to focus getting the ball to Matt Forte, but he needs to focus on staying healthy week after week, and that's why I have him at number 13. I think he could be a good top 10 running back. If he stays healthy for the entire season, Matt Forte is a dangerous running back. At number 12, I'm going to go with Frank Gore out of the San Francisco 49ers. He had another great season, over 1,000 yards, Pro Bowl season, and I think averaging 4.7 yards per carry last season, and I think he will move up this year. I think he's a good running back overall. I think he placed 10th overall last season in fantasy play at the running back position. He's a great player overall. Actually, he did place 10th overall, and I think he would definitely carry the load at at the running back position for the San Francisco 49ers. But the reason why I had to bump him back at number 12 is because of Colin Kaepernick. He's definitely going to get more options in running the football this season, which means less stats for Frank Gore, and that's why I had to put him at number 12. And rounding up my top 10 between numbers 20 through 11, I'm going to go with Stephen Ridley out of the New England Patriots. He had a great season. He is that goal line threat for the Pats. 12 rushing touchdowns last season to go along with over 1,000 yards rushing. He had a big year of 1,263 yards to be exact, and I think he will be that big time threat, especially in goal line situations. Hopefully he could be better, more of a better receiving running back, but I think the Patriots are still going to focus working him more as the running back and using Shane Vereen and company and as a receiver, even though they did lose Danny Woodhead to the San Diego Chargers. Now that wraps up the first half of my top 20, and now tomorrow I'm going to give you my top 10 running backs as well as some advice for you guys for your drafts and selecting these running backs. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching this vlog. I'm your man, Akeem McCall. Be easy.